and the name of our chapter is The Nationalist Movement, Rise and Growth till 1905. As you know all very well that our country, it's become free. It means our country become independent from the British rule. Okay, but if when we got the independence, okay, so before got the independence, the freedom fighters, they have struggled a lot, and after their efforts, we people got the independence. Okay, so in the same manner, we can say that this independence, we have achieved the independence. So it is not very easy. बहुत आसानी से हमने independence achieve नहीं की है. Okay, so many freedom fighters, they just contribute their whole life. After that, we have just achieved the independence. So in this chapter, mainly we will discuss about the growth of the nationalist movement. Okay, it means that how the people start the develop and how the people think about that we people should become free from the British rule. Okay, so as you it means in the previous chapter we have discussed about that this journey will begin from 1857. Okay, the revolt of 1857. When in this revolt the people struggle against the British government. Okay, it means this revolt starts from Meerut and soon it is just reached to the Delhi, Kanpur. Okay, but in this sense we can say that this revolt of 1857, it is not very much successful because after this revolt we people didn't get the independence. Okay, so in the same manner we can say that this revolt is not become complete successful. So after that, okay, the people start thinking about that anyhow we should just free from the British government, we should free from the British rule. Okay, so why the people are thinking about the same, why the people are thinking that we should free from the British rule? It means how, what is the reason behind it, that the people and they are just to think about the same, that we should free from the British government. Okay, so there are some reasons for the nationalist movement. Okay, why the feelings of nationalism is developed in the mind of the people. Okay, so if simply we can say that there are a number of reasons behind that why people start revolt against the British government. It means at the time of British government, the people, the Indian people, they are just living in a unified method. It means बहुत शांतिपूर्वक तरीके से साथ में peoples रह रहे थे एक साथ इकट्ठे होके. And the British government don't want that these people are living in a unity. Okay, so at the time of when the introduction of railway, okay, because in this time the introduction of railway is there, so the people, okay, those who are just to think about that we should free from the British government. Okay, so due to the help, or we can say that due to the introduction of railway, the people, they can easily spread, they can easily move from one place to another place, and they can just develop the feelings of nationalism among the different part of the country. Okay, this has become possible because of the introduction of railway. And second, it will say that introduction of Western education. Okay, because in the Western education, it is shown that the feeling of liberty, okay, the feelings of the brotherhood, and the people, they can live their life in their own way. The people, they should become free, they should become liberty. Okay, so this all the things are introduced in the Western education. So when the people got the Western education, so at the time also they have just think about that why we will just live under the British government. So because in this time they are just thinking about that we should also got some equal rights. Okay, so this is also one reason that with the help of the Western education, the people, they are thinking about themselves that we should just live our life in a proper manner. Then false promises by the British government, because Queen Victoria, she just announced that all the British government. One more thing we can say that the Ibert Bill. Okay, when the Ibert Bill, it means it's an Ibert, is just announced the bill, Ibert Bill, and in this Ibert Bill, it is just declared that there are no any type of discrimination is there, and those who are the judiciary, they are the higher authority from the Indian people. Okay, they have also just accused of the European people also. Okay, it means those who are the judiciary of from the Indian side, they can also accuse the people, those who are from the European side. Okay, but in this Ibert Bill, because the European people, they are not happy, they are not satisfied with this Ibert Bill, so that's why they have opposed of this Ibert Bill. And again, this Ibert Bill is just again the amendment is there, and after the amendment, the Indian people, they are not very much happy. And one more thing is that the British government, okay, they have just because due to their industrialization, our Indian industry, it is just a decline, because they are purchasing, purchasing the raw material from the Indian people at a very low cost. Okay, and after they are just manufacture these goods and again sell to the Indian people in a very high profit. Okay, and after that the Indian industry is completely declined, and our farmers, okay, because the British government, they are taking a high amount of tax from the farmers also. So because the farmers already they are very much poor and they are not capable to give this high amount of tax, and their agriculture field, it is almost reduced, almost declined. Okay, and the British government, because they are just demanded to the farmers that whatever the cash crops they needed, so the farmer will grow only that particular crops, and in the same manner they have to pay the high amount of tax. So in this manner the farmers and the workers, they are also not satisfied with the British government. So that is also the reason that the people, they are just start the feeling about the nationalism. And at a time, it means in 1866, one famine is there in Orissa. Okay, in this famine there are so many people are died and so many people are just homeless. Okay, but the British government, they are not very much care about these people. Okay, जो लोग इससे पीड़ित हुए थे, victims हुए थे, British government ने उनके ऊपर कोई ध्यान नहीं दिया. Okay, there is also one reason that the people, they are not happy with the British government. And one more thing is that the Vernacular Act, the British government started the Vernacular Act. In this Vernacular Act, if the Indian people, they want to just publish any of the articles or the news, so first of all, they have just, it means they have just bounded about the same, that first of all they will just take the permission. After that they can publish any of the articles. Okay, and suppose if I have published any of the article and the British government, they are not satisfied with this, so in this condition either they have to pay the money, they have to pay the compensation about the same. Okay, so that's why this Vernacular Press Act, this is also the reason. And one more, that is the Arms Act. In this Arms Act, what is happening in this Arms Act? It's simply in this Arms Act that the people, those who are living in India, okay, and the Indian people, they cannot carry the arms with them. वो जो इंडिया के जो पीपल्स होते थे, वो अपने साथ में हथियार नहीं रख सकते थे without the permission of the British government. And opposite of that, the people, those who are the British government, उनके जो खुद के जो लोग होते थे, so they can carry the number of arms. उनको अपने साथ जितने हथियार चाहिए होते थे, वो अपने साथ रख सकते थे. Okay, so that's why also this is also the one more reason that the people of the India, they are not satisfied with the functioning of the British government. They are with the rules and regulation of the British government. Okay, so in these reasons, the people, they have just start the feelings of the nationalism. And one more thing is that Lord Lytton, he has just reduced the maximum age of the civil service examination. Okay, from 21 to 19. Who's done that? Lord Lytton. Okay, it means civil service की जो एग्जाम में जो अपीयर होने की जो एज थी, वो उन्होंने रिड्यूस कर दी थी. So why he is done the same? Because in this due to this policy, the people of India, they are not satisfied. They are very much disappointed with the policy of the British government. And in the same manner, because I have explained earlier to you that due to the introduction of the Western education, the people, they are very much known about what is their rights. Okay, so that's why they demanded their rights. And at the same time, it means the French Revolution is there and the American War is there. So the people think that why we are not fight for our rights. Okay, लोगों ने सोचना शुरू कर दिया कि हमें भी अपने राइट्स के लिए क्या करना चाहिए, लड़ना चाहिए. So these are the number of reasons that why the people, it means why this nationalism movement is started. Okay, so if you will just read the whole paragraph in your book, so it will be easy to you that you will just understand the reason behind the nationalist movement. So in this reason, we have discussed about the feelings of the nationalism, how the feelings of the nationalism developed among the people. And in this, some European scholars like Thomas Monroe, okay, and some British scholars, they have also think about the same, like Max Muller and William Jones. They have also considered the same, that the Indian culture is to be, it means they have just seen the past of this Indian culture, so they just want to glorify the Indian culture. So that's why they are also thinking about the same, that it should become again. Okay, so after that we have discussed about the founder, about the predecessors. Okay, so in this sense we can say that the year 1855 saw the birth of Indian first political association, that is the British Indian Association. And the main objective of this association, it means to just give the Western education to the people. Okay, because with the help of the Western education, the people, they have just know about their rights. Okay, and in the same manner, after that 1966 there are one more association started. It means the association, it is started, Indian Association at Calcutta. It was started, and the main objective of this association, it means the people, they are just known about their rights, because if the people, they will know about their rights, so after that they can just demand their rights from the British government. Okay, so in this time we can say that the beginning of the Indian National Congress. Okay, so the beginning of the Indian National Congress is 1885 is the year. It was the year, it means in this year the beginning of the Indian National Congress was there. Okay, so here the birth of the Indian National Congress, it means in this year the birth of the Indian National Congress is there. And in this way some scholars, okay, like Leo Hume, those who are the retired civil judge, so they have also think about the same, that the people should know about their rights. So Leo Hume, a retired civil servant, played an active role in the formation of Indian National Congress. And because he saw the fight about the people at the time of revolt 1857. Okay, so that's why they have actively participated in this formation of the Indian National Congress. Okay, and after this Indian National Congress, there were periods started. Okay, so there are two periods are there: pre-Gandhian era and after the Gandhi. After the, we can say that the second, that is after the Gandhiji. Okay, so there are two eras there. It means 1885 to 1990. This era is known as the pre-Gandhian era, and 1990 to 1947, because you know that we got the freedom in 1947. Okay, so 1885 to 1990, this is the pre educated people. Those were the doctor, lawyer, engineer. Okay, it means only this educated people, because through the introduction of Western education, the people think about their rights. Okay, so that's why we can say that only the educated people, they are just knowing about their rights. Okay, so this is the we can say that the moderators are there in this era. Okay, and because they are the educated peoples are there, moderate, those are the people, the moderates, they are very much educated people. So in very peaceful manner, they have just start demanded in front of the British government. So what were their demanded? So in the next topic we will discuss about the demand of the moderates. Okay, it means this moderators, the main objective of the moderators was to train and make the Indian aware about self-government. Okay, it means if we discuss about the name of the moderator, it means W.C. Banerjee, Dadabhai Naoroji, they are the main prominent leader at the time, and they are demanded. It means they want that the government just it means in the government the civil service exam also, the whatever the civil service exam is there. Okay, so it will just start in the same time in India also and the European also. Okay, at the same time the civil service exam is conducted, and the people, okay, those were the Indian people, they will also actively participate in this civil service exam, and whatever the high post are there. So in this 5 post, the equal rights should be given to the Indian people also. It means they are demanding this all the things to the British government, and in the same manner they want that whatever the Arms Act is there. So this Arms Act, it is just renamed as a License Act. It means the people, those who have the license, they can carry the arms with them. Okay, this is also one more demand of them. And because at the time the people, they are just paying a large amount of tax to the British government, so they have also demanded that the percentage of tax should be reduced, because there are so many income, it will just expense enough to giving the tax. So that's why they want that whatever the tax percentage of the tax is there, it should be reduced. It means this all the demands they have just took in front of the British government, this moderate, and mainly this moderates, they are just putting their demand in front of the British government, but in a very peaceful manner. Okay, they don't want to fight from the British government. Okay, and if we discuss about the response of the government, because they have just demand all, it means whatever the demand, they just think about the same, that this policy of the British government, it is not good, so it should be replaced. So this all the demands they are just put in front of the British government, but in this response, if we discuss about the response of the government, so government is not very much interested about their demand. Okay, definitely government is given the promises to them, yes, we will change it, but in the same manner the government is not change their policy, do not change their rules and regulation. Okay, it means they are just taking it lightly and they don't want to fulfill their demand. And now if we discuss about the achievement, okay, so we can say that at the time of the moderates, okay, so they have not achieved so many things, because they are just they are just demanding their things in a peaceful manner. So the government, they are also not interested to fulfill their demand. And in the same manner, if we will discuss about the achievement, so they are not achieve much thing from the at this time, or we can say that from the British government. But then also we can say that because of this all the things, the people, they are little much they are aware about their rights, and they have just start the feelings about the same, that we should free from the British government. Okay, so in this chapter mainly we have discussed about that why, what is the reason behind that why the feeling of the nationalism is developed among the people, and after that we have discussed about the founder, predecessors, birth of Indian National Congress, pre Jahangir and the demand of the moderators, response from the British government and the achievement. Okay, so we will continue our journey in the next chapter. So very soon we will meet with the next chapter. Thank you.